Hello and welcome to another exciting edition of Flying Under the Rug with me, Dave Grigsby, the Flying Rug Guy. And today we are brought to you by Zero Res of Idaho. Call today and find out why Zero Res was named Idaho's best carpet cleaner in the Treasure Valley, Eastern Idaho, and Idaho State. Call today at 208-383-1000, 208-383-1000, or visit them online at zeroresidaho.com. If you're in another part of the country, Canada or England, give them a ring at zerores.com. I guess you don't give them a ring, but you'll find them at zerores.com. Today we are going to be talking about polypropylene and olefin. Polypropylene and olefin are pretty much the same fibers, but there are some key differences. Polypropylene is an olefin fiber. Olefin is not necessarily polypropylene. There are a few different kinds of olefins out there, but they are not used in carpets, upholstery, or in rugs. Okay, polypropylene is a synthetic fiber. It's derived from propylene gas. There are three types of polypropylene, but the only one that we really see in carpet, rugs, and upholstery is isotactic polypropylene. You may see polypropylene in other plastic items like drink bottles, bags, those kinds of things, and they're going to be labeled with the PP or number 5 with that little triangle thing showing the arrows. Polypropylene, I consider it the bronze of synthetic fibers, gold being nylon, silver is going to be polyester or triexta. See my other videos on those. Polypropylene is also found, like I said, in plastic containers, bags, pouches, wrapping film, microwave and dishwasher safe containers, automotive interior and exterior components, so like the body of your car, the plastic parts, those are going to be made out of polypropylene. The dash, the armrests, those kinds of things are going to be made out of polypropylene. Medical equipment such as syringes, IVs, even the beds, those are all going to be made out of polypropylene. And boat and marine ropes are going to be made out of polypropylene. And we'll find out why here in a second. Polypropylene is made from propylene gas and turned into polymer, and then those polymer chips are melted and extruded into filaments. So propylene, what is propylene? Propylene is a byproduct of petroleum refining and natural gas refining, and they take that and then they use it in all kinds of things. I mean, it's in rubber, it's what makes most of what we consider plastic is going to be out of this propylene gas. These polymer chips are melted into the consistency of honey, and this is where they add color in. So this is called solution dyeing, and solution dyeing, they take these pigments, they throw them into the vat of big polymer chips that's being melted, and then they're extruded through a spinneret. As they're extruded, those filaments will cool, and then once they're cooled, they are spun into yarn known as bulk continuous filaments. Dyeing, like I said, it's almost always, when we're talking about carpet and upholstery, it's almost always going to be solution dyed. That's in the extrusion process. It can be pigment dyed, which is going to be like a print dyeing with pigments. It's going to give you a wider variety of colors, but it is subject to fading and color loss. So we almost never see that in carpets, upholstery, or rugs. Some of the advantages, some of the good things about polypropylene and olefin, it is really hard to stain. Like it does, you can pour anything you want on it and it's not going to stain that carpet, except for oil. It is color fast, it's not going to fade. One of the reasons why it's really good for outdoor applications. Boats, the fake lawns, the plastic grass that you can get, those are almost always made out of polypropylene. It is hydrophobic, it is resistant to water-based spills, so like I said, it's hard to stain. It's very color fast and very, very hard to damage with colors. It is also very easy to clean because it doesn't attract water-based stains because things don't stick to it. It is easy to clean up. Some of the bad things about polypropylene is that it is very oleophilic. Oil will attach to it and stain it very easily, and those fibers will hold on to oily soil. Several years ago, we had the Deepwater Horizon oil spill, and they used polypropylene ropes and things to create a barrier around the oil because polypropylene will float on the top of water. So they used these ropes made out of polypropylene to surround the oil. It floated on the top of the water just like the oil did. And then because it is so oleophilic, because it absorbs oil really easily, it was able to absorb that oil up and off of the ocean, and then they can just get rid of the rope. Some of the other bad things about polypropylene, it has a very low resiliency. It crushes very, very easily. So if you're walking on it, you've got a lot of traffic on it, it will crush down and become very flat. It's also got a very low elasticity. It's not very flexible. Think about your milk cartons. Those are usually made out of polypropylene. They crush. It's hard to get them back into the right shape. And once they get stretched out, you're not going to push it back into the same shape. They're also very heat sensitive. When we're talking about flooring, just dragging a piece of furniture across the carpet can cause it to melt and distort. Electric heaters, if you've got a little electric or gas-powered heater, portable heater, those can melt the carpet. Hot water lines, for you carpet cleaners out there, hot water lines can cause melted polypropylene. It's also very hard to color match. If you have to get a new piece to replace a room of carpet or patch a room of carpet, it's really hard to color match that because it is solution dye. When you're looking at polypropylene, when you're looking at buying a polypropylene carpet, the nice thing about it, it's really inexpensive. It is cheap. Again, it's not going to stand up to a whole lot of stuff. One of the nice things, though, is it's also stain resistant. So if you can spill whatever you want on it, and you're not going to have too many problems with it. You are going to want to look at the twist of the carpet fibers. The more twists, again, those fibers have, the more dense it is, the more resilient it's going to be, the better it's going to stand up to things. Pile construction is also a matter. It should be a loop pile, not a cut pile. If you get a loop pile, it's got a little bit more density. There's more fiber to it, so it can stand up to that heavy traffic a little bit better. Cut piles are going to distort easily. They're also going to stretch out because they don't have that elasticity, and they're going to get damaged more easily. One other thing, get a low pile height. That helps to increase that density of the carpet. If you've got a high pile, it's going to get destroyed, it's going to get damaged, distorted. So you want to have a low pile height. Olefin and polypropylene are usually best for commercial applications. When you've got those commercial tiles or commercial wall-to-wall carpet, that's where it's going to be found most often. We can find it in residential, but really it's best in those commercial applications. We do often find it in a Berber style, so that's that really tight low loop pile carpet. We do often find olefin in that. Not guaranteed, but we do often find it there. To take care of a polypropylene carpet, we want to make sure that we're vacuuming regularly. Just like any other carpet, we want to vacuum daily in those heavy traffic areas, 2 to 3 times a week, what we can see, and maybe 1 time a week underneath that furniture. It's also a good idea to move that furniture around so you're not walking in the same place. Change those traffic patterns because, again, olefin does not have that resiliency. It's going to crush down. General rule of thumb is once per week per person or pet in the house. That's just to try and get as much dirt out of there as we possibly can. We want to make sure we're doing 7 slow overlapping passes. 7 slow overlapping passes. Get as much of that dirt out of there as you possibly can. And change the direction of your vacuum. I always go north, south, east, west, and then I'll do a diagonal. North, south, east, west, northeast, southwest, or northwest, southeast, whichever one works better. And maybe I'll switch and come back the other direction. But I want to try and get as much of that dirt out of the carpet as possible. When we're talking about spills and spots, things that get on the carpet, we want to use water and a shout vacuum only. Do not use any chemicals or as few chemicals as you possibly can. You can use a neutral detergent if necessary. Just make sure you rinse that out. Now with nylon, polyester, wool, I say absolutely avoid anything with the word oxy in it. Polypropylene, you don't have to worry about it so much because it's pretty chemical resistant, so you're not going to have to worry about it bleaching your carpet fibers. Polypropylene should be maintained professionally. That means professional carpet cleaner come in at least once a year. Twice a year is better, and more often if you've got high traffic. So if you're in a commercial setting, you're going to want to make sure that you're getting those carpets cleaned much, much more often. The technician should be trained and certified by the IICRC, and cleaning should be hot water extraction or encapsulation with a counter-rotating brush. So that means the brushes go like this, not like this. You don't want one of those. Rotating pads can cause distortion in the carpet fibers, and they're going to leave a massive amount of residue on the carpet. Some notes to professionals. If you're a professional carpet cleaner, remember polypropylene is not absorbent. It dries really, really fast. Pre-spray only what you can extract before the pre-spray dries. Usually that's a room. So you're working 1 room at a time. You're not pre-spraying 2, 3, 4, 10 rooms at a time. You're pre-spraying 1 room at a time. Also remember that olefin loves oil, especially cooking oil, skin oils, petroleum oils. All of those oils can stain and adhere to that carpet fiber and it is not going to let go very easily. You can use some solvent boosters to help get rid of that oil, to break that oil down. Just remember, those solvent boosters are very difficult to remove, and those are going to cause dirt attracting residues. I have found that additional agitation using my CRB in multiple directions, multiple passes, will help me get a better result when I'm cleaning olefin. Like any carpet fiber, we recommend that you put a fiber protector down. Fluorochemical fiber protectors are by far the best. Now, you don't have to worry so much about staining with like acid dyes or food stains, those kinds of things, but you do really have to worry about oil-based stains. So if any kind of oil gets on the carpet, that fiber protector, those fluorochemical fiber protectors, will help to repel the oil. I prefer water-based because they don't smell as bad. Solvent-based are easier to mix because you don't mix them at all. They spray onto the carpet and they will dry very, very quickly, but there is an odor to them. I recommend reapplying that fiber protector annually at least, or every other clean, whichever one comes first. And of course, as always, stay away from silicone-based fiber protectors because they do add residues and they will resoil very quickly. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that, our quick little flyover of polypropylene and olefin. If you have any questions, drop me a line in the comments, or send me a message, send me an email, and let me know if you have any thoughts, any questions. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to share it with your friends, your family, your carpet cleaning, your carpet professionals. Let me know what they think about this video. If there's anything else that you want to hear, let me know. Put that in the comments, and forget to like and subscribe, watch the other videos, all that good stuff. All right, have a great day.